We acknowledge the traditional owners of lands on which we meet today, pay our respects to elders past and present, and respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We also acknowledge the traditional owners as the custodians of this region, and that their cultural and heritage beliefs are still as important to the traditional owners today. The effects of abuse, violence, and neglect, from the hidden to the obvious, accumulate over a lifetime and influence how people with disabilities experience health and community services. It is these stories that particularly interest the Health and Community Services Complaints Commissioner. Testimonies number 4.
The whole system is confusing. It's not easy to engage with and even harder to navigate.
What they are doing is wrong. The government is taking away kids from loving parents and putting them into a system that doesn't work.
The issues around consent are confusing. It's very difficult to get my granddaughter the care she needs. The funding has been agreed, but the provider of choice cannot deliver. So instead of finding an alternative provider, they just sit on the funding and do nothing. Meantime, my granddaughter goes another 6 to 8 months without the disability support that has been agreed.
Kids are being taken away purely because the parents have a disability. That's just wrong. There are plenty of bad parents without a disability who abuse their kids, but they get to keep them. Then there are good, loving, caring parents who happen to have a disability and the department steps in and takes the kids away without any defence. That's just plain wrong.
Add to all that the need for culturally relevant services and kinship recognition, and that's just not even on their radar. If my people can't engage and navigate the system, they just won't access it. But then the ones who desperately need the services are not getting them. And there is no safety net. There's no one checking up.
The department is causing so much sadness for the parents whose kids get taken away, who get treated like criminals with no access rights, and for the kids who get taken away, who don't get to bond with their parents or siblings. How can that be happening in this day and age? Just because a parent's IQ might be low is no justification to take their babies away. Sure, they might need some extra help or support, but surely a bit of regular support would cost so much less than the cost of taking the kids into care in the first place.
Culturally appropriate support around disability will provide the framework for Aboriginal people to speak about disability in their own contexts. At the moment, many are frustrated because the system creates tension and unreasonable barriers to service. There is a responsibility under the Act to engage with people who need your service, but that is not yet being done successfully. If they don't know about the service, how can they access it?
What about person-centred service and care? I'm speaking up on behalf of the kids who have been taken away. I'm speaking up on behalf of the parents whose kids have been taken.
How does an Aborigine like me connect in the first place, to even be considered for a person-centred plan? I'm speaking up on behalf of all Aboriginals living with disability. I'm speaking up on behalf of their kinship carers. These people matter. Their lives matter. So listen up.
To find out more, visit the website